Marvel just dropped the first Doomsday logo, and there's way more going on here than what you're seeing at first glance. If you know anything about these movies, you know that every single Avengers film gets its own symbolic logo that tells you something about the villain or the threat they're facing. The first one was classic and clean. Age of Ultron had those heavy metallic vibes. Infinity War went full cosmic energy, and Endgame gave us that devastating, dusty, snapped-away aesthetic. This new logo, though, it's practically screaming Doctor Doom's throne room at us. But that's honestly just the beginning of what's hiding in plain sight here. When you look closely at the circular design on this logo, you'll notice these intricate symbols woven throughout. Those aren't just there for decoration. Those are runes. And in the MCU, runes are directly connected to one very specific type of power: witchcraft. To really understand what this means, we need to talk about how magic actually works in this universe. The Kamar-Taj sorcerers channel orange magic that's pulled from parallel dimensions, and mastering it takes literal years of training and discipline. Then you've got chaos magic, which is that raw red energy that Wanda wields, incredibly emotional and devastatingly powerful. Loki's green magic is all about death, nature, and the natural cycles of life. Agatha taps into dark magic, which shows up as purple. And then there's blue sorcery, which is powered specifically by incantations and runes. We've actually seen these exact types of runes scattered throughout the MCU already. They were on Wiccan's costume. They showed up during that final battle in WandaVision. They're carved into Stormbreaker. You can find them all over the Darkhold and inside Mount Wundagore. But most importantly, they were used in that spell that sealed the multiverse breach at the end of No Way Home. The thing about runes is that they're not just decorative symbols. They're used specifically to channel and lock down extremely powerful magical spells. We actually got a glimpse of Doom using these during the China Showcase event, where we saw him actively manipulating green magic runes with his hands. Those same exact runes are carved directly into his throne. In the comics, Doom's mother was actually a powerful witch herself, and we know from the MCU that witchcraft abilities are passed down through bloodlines from parent to child. So what this suggests is that Doom might be drawing his mystical abilities directly from sorcery and bloodline magic, which is completely different from how someone like Doctor Strange operates with his mystical weapons and artifacts. But these runes are hinting at something that goes even deeper than just magic. When you really study them, they share striking similarities with some of the advanced technologies that have been introduced into the MCU over the past few years. Think about Kang's multiversal core technology, or possibly even the 10 rings, or that quantum band that Ms. Marvel uses. But the connection that really stands out to me is with the Eternals technology, or more accurately, celestial technology. Now sure, they're not 100% identical when you put them side by side, but when I'm looking at this concept art and really examining the background details of the logo, I don't think we're just looking at some fancy throne room sitting in Latveria. I think what we're actually seeing is a version of Doom who has already ascended to an insane level of power.